I'm back. This is card number 3, and I'm sorry, but I created the video and the sound. I tried something new and the sound didn't work, and the kit only makes 2 of each card. So I took my sample and I tore it apart so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm doing the Celebrating the In Color kit from May 22, and I'm doing the Tahitian Tide. And let me show you what it's gonna look like in the end. So this is what you're gonna make. It's just gonna be really rough getting there, so I apologize. Set that over there, but at least it's fairly straightforward. So you're going to take the card with this gold flag and the dots on the front. You're going to trim off it's going to be a card. You're going to trim off the front panel and then cut that in half at the point where this the flag comes together. And I believe that is, let me tell you at what point. That's pretty much 2 inches. So you're going to layer that in your trimmer channel and then zip that up, and then go ahead and glue each side onto a white card base. Your white card base is going to be 8.5 by 5.5, and then you're going to score it 2 1/8, and then turn it again and score it 2 1/8, and fold them over, and that will make your gatefold. You may want to fold one side, fold them down, see how they're going to lay together, and then adjust your score line as you burnish your folds from there, if you need to move it in or out kind of a little bit. So, and then from there, you're going to find this blue flag that's in your kit and cut that into 2 pieces, and that is going to cut in half at about 1.5. But again, use your trimmer channel and put the point, that center point, in your channel, and then zip up it. And then you're going to glue those down right at the fold line or your cut line, because you want them to come together when the card is closed. So go ahead and just lightly glue them down. Look at what a mess I have here because I tore it all apart. You're going to lightly glue those down just so you can make sure that you got it where you want it. There we go. You need to make sure that, they're coming together when it's closed. And this one could probably go over a little more. It's so thin from ripping it up. This one can go over a little bit more. I'll pull this one up. Smidge. Move it over. It's a little bit better there. So now we've got this layered on here, like this. Then you're going to get a couple of dies or a couple of punches, and I'm going to show you what that would look like. You're going to have, I have a scallop die and then just a regular die. And then you're going to put them on your die cut machine like this and run it through. You're going to get a circle cut out, and then you're going to get this frame because you're going to run it through like that. So my tip is to first find your circle you want and then run your piece of paper through from the kit, the circle, so that it's the same exact size. It's the same size you're going to have in your die. And then when you run your frame through and pop it out, you know that this circle is going to fit exactly in the center. If you don't have any circle dies, you don't have to have a scalloped one. You could also do this with a square. The circle was just in the kit. But if you're going to use your punches, let me see how off this one is. I got a 2-inch punch, and see, it's just a little bit, it might be okay. I'm going to try it and show you. But you could punch a circle out with your punch and then adhere this on. That would work too. Let's show you what that's going to do. But if that's what you're going to do and you're going to use your punch, so you got a 2-inch circle punch, you want to punch the smallest one first. I don't know if my paper is going to be big enough, but punch your smallest circle out first. Got your hole there. And then come in with the larger punch, and this one is a 2.5 inch. And then you can line up your circle like so, and then punch, and you've got your frame. If you don't, you'll be trying to line the little square up in there. You'll be doing this. This will be a solid circle, and you'll be trying to line this up perfectly inside there to get and you can't see how much frame you got on each side and yada yada. So you're just better off doing the small one first. And then, like I say, go ahead and layer your circle on your smaller punch so that you know it's going to fit exactly in the center. So that's another way that you can do it if you don't have the dies. But I had the dies here. So you want to take your frame, and you're going to you want to just glue half of it down. So figure out where you want it to be on your card. Then you can like open your card up, or you could just eyeball it and say, I just want half of it. I'm going to stick it down, and I want it to go right about here, and then stick it down. When you open it up, if you see you got glue somewhere that you didn't want it, get your little goober remover and have at it on the little spots that have too much glue. If you use the green glue, you'll have to wait for it to dry, and then you can use this tool and get it off. Then close it back up again and set your circle in there, and then that'll be like the same thing. You'll want to just put the glue on half of it. So if you can find your center on there and just put some on half, you can eyeball it, you can kind of hold it down and then just put glue on there, bring it back over and close it down and press. And then it's all set for your closure. I put a few of the little gems from the kit in here. Every time I say kit, you guys, it reminds me of when I was at work. I left a voicemail reminder for myself one day that said to check on a ticket. And I said, like, ticket or something, I don't know. But the boys in the area found it funny the way I said ticket. And they teased me till the end of time about checking on my ticket. So when I say kit, it just throws me back to the word ticket on how I said it. So just a little throwback there. So I got the goober off. And then for the inside, this frame and the inside are obviously the Tahitian tied paper that I have. So if you have it, you can use it. Otherwise, you don't need a layer on the inside. You can just leave it your white. You can use any color that coordinates with the outside, whatever you so choose. So probably a balmy blue would work, or get a coordinating color of some sort. But that's our third card. And I apologize that I didn't have the actual sample to go. I'll be back again with the next card. I also failed to mention that I took my Tahitian Tide ink with the Just 4 from the kit and stamped it onto the U circle. You could use the basic gray. Also, you don't have to use the in color.